Amigos, get ready for liftoff. 10.
9,
Come on,
8,
countdown with
7,
me.
6,
5, 4.
3, 2,
Here we go.
1, 0.
It's show with no name
Ignition.
time.
Liftoff.
Come on.
30 minutes after the hour.
Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats.
And get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no name time.
Let's do this.
It's the show with no name.
Come on. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Show with No Namers from all around the world. Thank you for joining us today and every day here on the Show with No Name. It's an absolute honor and a pleasure to teach you English here on Vaughn Radio, where I will be for the next 2 hours. 2 hours full of action and different sections. As you know, we've got a lot of news sections too. We just started doing a news report. This is where we look at some strange and unusual news, or to use the word we learned this week in one of our homophone sections, odd news. Noticia rara. Oh, that's our favorite though, isn't it? I love odd news better than real news, maybe you could say. Yeah, well, real news is the same thing. Gaza Strip, Russia, China, blah, 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 blah. I prefer to hear about the guy who got his wallet back after 11 years. I mean, that is a blessing. Imagine that. Yeah, well, yesterday we looked at a mechanic who lost his wallet when he was working on some cars. And, 11 years later, he got a message on Facebook from somebody saying, "Hey, I think I have your wallet." Talk about a good deed, una buena obra moral. All right, amigos. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here on the show today. We're going to do a lot of playing, a lot of learning, and a lot of laughing. So why don't we kick off with today's Say What soundbite? Yes! Say what? What? Here we go. Here we go. Say what? Say what? It's the Say What soundbite, folks. And as always, you're going to hear a famous person speaking right now. And I want you guys to give me the scoop. La información, la primicia, you say? I want you to give me the scoop. I want you to tell me what you heard in your best English. And then hopefully, by the end of the show, somebody will be able to get it down word for word. It's a hard thing to do even in your own language, especially when you don't have a visual. Oh, believe me, it really helps when you can see someone's face, right? When you can look at their lips and read them, see their facial expressions, look at their gestures. But here you don't have any of that. You just have the audio. And as always, it's a famous person. We'll hear from a lot of different famous people. People from the South, people from London, posh people from London, or maybe, people from like the east side of London. We'll get a little bit of everything. Well, I love accents. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm always imitating people. I think the first person I ever imitated in my life was my father, my dad, Diego, because I noticed that he spoke in a very unique way. And I said, wait a second. My family, my mom even told me too, that I used to imitate those televangelists, esos predicadores de la tele. Well, man, have you ever seen these guys? What conviction. Whether it's true or not, wow, it's very convincing. I feel the power of the Lord. And I'm like, wow. And as a kid, I saw that and I'm like, I'm going to try and imitate that. Now, again, I didn't even know what imitating was. I was 5, I was 3, I was 4, I was a youngster. I don't know how old I was, but I just know that I was trying to sound like all these different people who sounded different, each in their own way. So variety is the spice of life, as we say. En la variedad está lo bello, lo bonito. We say es la especia de la vida. Variety is the spice of life. So you will hear a variety of accents here on the Say What soundbite. Let's see what we've got in store for today. Here's your Say What soundbite for the first time, amigos.
The trick in this business, quite honestly, is to be able to sustain until you recycle, because ultimately everything gets a second chance. And so, I have photography, I have the chicken restaurants and a bunch of other things that
Me pregunta el del chiringuito si quiero hacer kitesurf o wakeboard o si prefiero tomarme un bitter cass antes. Me acaba de decir 5 palabras en inglés. Kite, que significa cometa. Surf, que es obviamente hacer surf, pero también significa oleaje. Wake, que es estela, en este caso la estela del barco. Board es tabla y bitter es amargo. Y justo antes, cuando le pregunté si hablaba inglés, me dijo,
Pero patatero.
sabemos mucho más inglés de lo que creemos. Solo nos falta asimilarlo y situarlo. Aprende a aprender inglés en cualquier lugar con This Book is the Milk y su secuela, This Book is the Milk 2. Te enseñaremos cómo enfocar el inglés, aprovechando todo el inglés que tenemos alrededor y de una manera divertida y adictiva. The Remilk ahora se llama This Book is the Milk 2 y viene con audio y nueva portada. Descúbrelos ya en vaughantienda.com.
That's right, folks. All 5, I can't believe it, all 5 of my books can be found at Vaughan Tienda, along with many other books. One I always recommend is our translation booklet. And in fact, we're going to take a look at it in today's Pop Quiz.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
Sing it.
Pop quiz.
Come on.
Pop quiz. 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 Quiz.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Pop quiz. Come on.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
That's right, amigos. Welcome to our pop quiz. And today we are taking a look at something from Translation Booklet Pocket. And this is just one of the many materials available at the Vaughan Tienda. And this is all our translation booklets. And what do I mean? I think there were 8 of them, if I'm not mistaken. There were 8 separate books, maybe 9. All right. Well, there were a lot of different books. And, well, you would finish one, the first level and move on to translation book 2 and translation book 3 and so on. and so forth. Now, all of those are in the same place. That's right. You can find them all in one book that fits in your pocket. Well, it fits in your pocket if you're not wearing skinny jeans.
Deberías haberle pedido perdón.
You should have apologized to him.
Heriste sus sentimientos.
You hurt his feelings.
Nos hubiera ayudado si lo hubieras tratado bien.
He would have helped us if you had treated him well.
Si tú te dijeran eso.
How would you feel if they told you that?
Tengo que coger un vuelo mañana.
I have to catch a plane tomorrow.
Odio volar.
I hate flying.
Pero los aviones son muy seguros.
But planes are very safe.
¿Cuál es el momento más peligroso de un vuelo?
What's the most dangerous moment of a flight?
El viaje de tu casa al aeropuerto.
The trip from your house to the airport.
Ha habido un cambio en el programa.
There's been a schedule change.
Si lo aflojaras, podrías sacarlo.
If you loosened it, you could take it out.
Translation List 24.
¿Me puedes dar una estimación del coste?
Can you give me a cost estimate?
El director general fue despedido.
The general manager was fired, or the general manager was sacked.